Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you very much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take a quick look here at HBAR, see what's going on. I actually got a lot of requests for this one over the weekend, and I was a bit on the busy side. I was actually in San Diego with my wife and son, and didn't have a ton of opportunities to be able to make any analysis there or take much time there. So just know it was a very fun, positive experience. We had a great time, and appreciate all of your patiences. I don't even think that's a word, but thank you regardless. I appreciate it. A quick congrats to our community here for some nice profits on our Solana short 32% and AVAX short 25%. I sent those signals on Thursday and Saturday. Just seemed like a good opportunity. At this point, though, I'm just going to say maybe consider pumping the brakes on some longs. A lot of folks are getting kind of long heavy because we're hitting some bottoms here locally. While you know, coins like XRP, Solana, Sui, they're all kind of hitting their local ranges. We got to recognize, though, that Bitcoin dominance is bad right now. Coins are continuing much lower. Most altcoins are getting hammered. And until that dynamic shifts, we got to presume this lower low, lower high pattern is going to continue. So let's jump into the back end data here. See, liquidation, from a liquidation standpoint, we're kind of in the middle of a local range. We got 18.3 to 18 as that lower and 20.3 to 21. Okay, so we're kind of in that little range, but if you do take a look at the macro, and this is what I typically like to gravitate towards, more so just because I swing trade versus day trade, we can see 15 to 17 cents is that heavy concentration there on the macro. But even locally, we have anywhere between 18 to 18.5 is that closest point. So it seems more sensible based on more liquidation on the downside, more liquidation delta to the downside as well. We have 40 million in liquidation short delta, telling us that we have $40 million more in shorts than longs in the market right now. And why do you think that happens? Because this is a descending trend and the market is telling us we're going down right now. Okay, it's just that simple. Now, once more, it's not always like just, you know, such an easy observation, obviously, but it should be that simple for the most part, because if you are trading against the grain, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so just please understand that. Some people seem to think that, like, you know, I'm going to be that one person to catch that magical long. I'm going to post on social media. I'm going to be a moon boy, and everyone's going to love me for it. And what that does, that gives you less credibility because you're taking long positions into high risk situations, and no good trader should be doing that. Anyways, let's take a look here at the lower time frames and recognize we're continuing to establish lower highs and lower lows. We're seeing more volume accumulate here at 18.9, roughly 19 cents. So there's a good chance that that's the local bottom. It's also speaking to this 0.382 fib level as well. And a lot of times you will see these descending channels break out because they're mostly flag patterns, right? Flag patterns exist because you establish lower highs, lower lows, and eventually bounce off a bottom. And in this case, the point of control at 19 cents, it does make sense to see that be the potential bottom. But I can't give you, I can't like say with confidence that we're just going to magically bounce from here because we're bouncing off our point of control locally. That doesn't make a ton of sense. It's just not how you're supposed to trade. Once more, the trend right now is down. Until that discontinues, you don't really want to consider a long. Having said that, though, once more, macro point of control 19 cents. From the daily perspective, we're diverging on the MACD and stochastically. We're also testing 50 on the RSI. That's our last line of support, and we're under our moving average. So there's not a lot here on the daily time frame that I'm super thrilled about. We're also under the 20-day SMA, but over the 50. And just to confirm, 17.8, that local bottom here, maybe just more specifically 17.5, is that local area of support. Okay, so if the price continues lower, filling that fair value gap to the low 18s, upper 17s, that seems more practical than expecting the price just to bounce and take off from here. Bitcoin is looking a bit shaky right now, folks. It's not really a good strategy to consider taking longs into that, especially when Bitcoin dominance is like, I don't care about anything. I'm just going to keep going up. Look at this here, folks. Bitcoin dominance goes up. Bitcoin price right now at this point is kind of stabilizing. It does imply we're going to see stability. But if we see Bitcoin price go up or down, we're going to see altcoins do one of two things: dump or pull back. That's not really good odds, honestly. So anyways, Bitcoin dominance is not really in a good shape right now. Okay, so let's take a look here. And just kind of recognize on the 4-hour time frame that we are under 50 on the RSI. Not a good sign. Stochastic is swinging up, yes, and you could argue that money flow index is above the price action. We're above our moving average. That's usually a good shift in momentum. So that may be an early indication we're going up. We also have the 200 SMA below the price action, reinforcing support at 18.7/19 cents. So those are all positive signs here. We also got MACD converging too, but it's not a strong convergence when you compress like this. You cannot trust a convergence when the price is, kind of getting stuck in a range. I don't really trust it. The hourly time frame kind of gives us indication that we're still below the clouds, we're still below this descending trend, and there's no reason to take it long. So for the most part here, not bagging on this coin here or talking trash about it, but it's not showing anything amazing or stupendous. There's nothing here telling us that we're shifting momentum. If you think that you're reaching, it's a simple way to understand it, because like 85% of what we just looked at is mostly bearish. Granted, I made that number up, but you can tell that there's mostly divergences here with very few convergences. All right, so just some things to be mindful of. What I'll do is I'll post a playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I'll clean up the charts here. It looks a little something like this if you're not familiar with it. I do have shorts as well and a handful of other, resources there. Be sure to check it out. Before I forget too, I always seem to forget to talk about this, but right now, actually as of today, we have a new promo going on with Bitunix. They got a Model 3 up for grabs, Tesla. So nice potential benefits there just based on trading volume. So just keep trading as you have been. Don't let this incentivize you, but just know you can take advantage of this deposit rewards at the very least. So links down below for that, folks. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks again so much for the awesome feedback and being an amazing part of my life. Don't forget to like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.